Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another Honkai Star Rail video. This was an insane live stream for version 1.3. I've got so many things to cover in this video, alright? So if you haven't watched the live stream, check it out. But if you're just looking for a quick summary and a deep dive into Heng and Xuan's kit, well, look no further. Before we start, do you know that we have three new codes? And if you scroll down to the comment section or I'll put it in the description as well. You can just copy and paste the 3 codes and enjoy your 300 gems plus, I think, 15 or something, 150,000 credits. Should be like that. But wow, version 1.3 is absolutely massive. Not only do we have new characters, we also have quite a few updates coming up for the game. So, of course, it's going to be called the Celestial Eyes Above Mortal Ruin. So this is 1.3. We will get stories, of course. So there'll be new stories coming up that patch. And the first banner we will have is a Heng Imbibitor Lunae. Damn, this animation is crazy. And he's even got the booba window too. Now, we'll go over his skills, or at least what's being talked about on the live stream. First things first. His attacks, you can see it as basically an enhanced QQ. You've got your base attack, and you can enhance it to upgrade the effect, allowing it to do AoE attacks and more damage, all the way up to 3 times. So the first time you can see you use the ink thing, and the second time is going to be a spear, and the third time is just going to be, I'll just call it a water finger, yeah. I know the fangirls get really crazy when he does this move, so let's call it a water finger. But it is a very cool animation, and we saw in the gameplay that it cost skill points to use. Okay, so that's one thing. I really hope, like someone in chat just said, I really hope the AI is smart enough and not abuse the skill points or don't use it. But in the gameplay, we can see not only can you use skill points, when you use your ult, and this is the ult happening right now. When you use the ult, it replenished 2. Okay, we can see 2 of 3. So you can use that instead of your skill points. So 3 max probably means that you can just replenish all of it and then use the max upgraded skill attack. Now, in the previous video that the CM Bros did, and if you went on to my YouTube, you would see they did a reverse engineer of the multiplier, and Heng at max upgrade enhanced attack will push out 901% multiplier damage. Now, that was during the trial testing, when you could use Heng in version 1.2. We don't know if Heng has been changed since then, but that was from using him as a trial character in the official client in 1.2. Okay, so not leaks, not beta or anything like that, but who knows if the real Heng in V1.3 is going to be this broken. Now, the second character that we have is Xuan. Xuan honestly power crept the hell out of everyone, okay? And I just want to say, not because of her skills, but because of her animation. Her animation is honestly crazy. You get a full anime cutscene for her animation. Look at this. This is her animation. This sphere ball control thing with... Damn. Oh my god, her animation is crazy, and this is a quantum preservation type. Now, they didn't talk too much about what she does. I think some of the information were not revealed, but what we do know from this live stream is that they mentioned Xuan will essentially allow damage sharing to happen for the team, and she'll absorb some of the damage taken by the enemies, and as well as healing herself when her HP falls under a certain amount. She also mentions that under this matrix, you can see from her skill, allies will gain a crit rate buff, which is very welcome, because crit rate is not that easy to get. You can see here, this is the matrix we're talking about, and by activating her technique, she also activates it. But you don't have to initiate a combat with her for that force field, matrix field to trigger, so which is really good, because then you can switch. So you can see QQ is in play here with Xuan. Xuan is, of course, gonna buff the luck of QQ, no, but only just the crit rate. And look at that heal coming out. So right now we have 2 of the best sustain units that can solo sustain. Luocha and Xuan. I think you run 1 in each team for Memory Chaos, and that pretty much secures your team's survival. And this is her technique outside of combat. She puts this berry on herself, and she can basically negate 1 attack from the enemy, which is quite crazy. So this is Xuan Quantum Type Preservation. Now, that's not all. We have a 4-star unit that will come on Xuan's banner. This is Lynx, the sister to, can you guess it? Who is it? A Gepard. Yes, this is the Harmony Quantum. Now we have a mono quantum team ready. This is Quantum Abundance type, although you might not want to run her on a mono quantum team. She's built as a healer, and she has this skill which when applied, this fish can, which applied to your ally, enemies are more likely to attack your ally if it's of the destruction and preservation path. So kind of like a pseudo taunt. Now, Blade is so happy. Blade is so happy. Not only do you have sustain coming out because she does heal over time, you're also going to force more enemies to attack Blade. With a Blade and Lynx core, those two will be more than enough to sustain the fight. We are probably gonna see Lynx Blade solo. This is gonna be in a crazy battle. Lynx Blade solo, full auto memory chaos. So yeah, what we know so far is she heals over time, and she helps your destruction as well as your preservation path unit tank by pulling aggro basically. And again, this is another heal. This is a suppository shoving up Blade's butt, I'm gonna assume. But with that said, that's not all. Those were just the characters, alright? Those were just the characters. Celestial Eyes Above, Mortal Runes. We will get, of course, those Lycones. And Brilliant Fixation, Heng chained up, making some of the fangirls very happy. And the Brilliant Fixation, she already shut her eyes for Xuan. You can see here, this is, quick note, a USB port. Our CM bros say or call Xuan as Type C because it's a Type C USB port. So that's her nickname on CM. But along those banners, you'll be able to pull Yukong, Asta, and March for Imbibitor Lunae. And for Xuan, you will be able to pull Pela, Hook, and Lynx. So even if you don't get Xuan, you can get Lynx hopefully. And we have, it's like, Mom, can I have Xuan? We have Xuan at home. Lynx, the healer and sustainer. So this is the second code. Of course, all of the code again will be posted down in the comments and below. Now, that's not all. That's not all. Not only do we have another main story coming up. Oh my goodness, the stream ended. So we have to go back. So Trailblazer mission new chapter. Finally, we were left on a cliffhanger last time. But we do have another story following up, which is fantastic, and more companion missions. Imbibitor Lunae's past, as well as March 7th's past, which I think is going to be very cool, because we all know after MC as well as Heng, they both got stabbed and unlocked in new powers. March 7th is next on the chopping block to be pierced by something and gain her final form, which is Ice Dragon March 8th. Alright, that's what's gonna happen. And of course, more story about Lynx as well as Luca. I think I have to refresh because the stream ending screwed up this. There we go. Now, going... Wow, look at that. Right there where I want to be. So after the story, we also have this Xuan event where you can get a free Xuan, a new area called the Aurum Alley. You get a free Xuan, of course, and a new resin selector. And a wallpaper for your phone, so now you can look even prettier when you're using the phone. And this game mode, this new game mode will be present the entire time, even after the game is finished in terms of the event, so that you will be able to spend more time playing Honkai Star Rail. Now, this is going to be a permanent game mode, and yeah, here they show you can change the wallpaper, and I'm just thinking about how my dailies are now going to be longer. Last but not least, Simulated Universe is going to have its major update, the Swarm Disaster. It's going to give you that's right, you heard it right, 2 resin selectors for your gear. So on top of that, with Xuan, we're going to get 3 this patch. Now, this Swarm Disaster is brand new. It introduces a new mechanic and more roguelike elements to the game. You can see here we're hunting 5 billion trotters. Okay, and new paths will be here, and you will also be able to roll a die to gain new buffs. All of this we will probably dive deeper once we have access to it, because I was just a bit more confused as they did more explanation. So you definitely want to focus more on one path, because anything you do relevant to that path will recharge your path energy, and maxing your path energy allows you to build a stronger path. You can see here, filling up your path power. Sure, it all sounds very, very good. I just want to play it right now. But there seems to be lore embedded in this as well, and a new boss, the Swarm Lord, which is conveniently weak to Quantum and Imaginary, of course, because we have Danhan and Xuan in here. So after that, a new path has been revealed. You can see here propagation path, and selecting the path will grant you increased bonus attack damage and increased chance of the blessing propagation. And you can see when the path of resonance appears, this is the same. So we don't know what the 3 sub path resonance formation is going to be, but I'm going to assume this is going to make Danhan go crazy, and probably Blade as well. So this is a new simulation universe, very, very interesting. And of course we get 2 Raisin self-selectors, so good. And more, yes, but there's more, yes. Space Station Task Force. So now this is dispatch. You can dispatch more things to give you credits, experience, relic mats, and gems. Wow, this is crazy. And more planar fissure for your simulated universe double drops, more Garden of Plenty for your more material drops, so many things, so many more. Oh wait, there is more. 2 more stagnant shadow materials to farm for Danhan and Xuan. And last but certainly not least, for you busy people, max Trailblazer power will be now increased from 180 to 240, which is a full 24-hour cap. Because sometimes, you come home from work and you miss spending your stamina. That is probably not the best. Right, that's probably not the best, but boom, there we go, 180 to 240. And there's also a reserved Trailblazer power system, where if it goes over the cap, it can go into a reserve system. And we just got a raid from box 2, huge, with 170 people. Thank you so much. We're just recording for our YouTube. What a massive update for version 1.3. I honestly can't wait. So that is pretty much it for the summary of version 1.3. Multiple new characters, multiple new game modes, and of course more resources for you guys to build your favorite characters. So anyhow, it's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye now.